Good evening. Thanks for joining us. $113 million. That's how much the state of Minnesota is just starting to pay back to the federal government because of a massive billing error. And now it's playing a large part in how lawmakers craft the state's new budget. Lou Raguse is following our top story tonight. Lou?
Julie, this billing error had been going on for nearly a decade before anyone at DHS caught it. Now the Department of Human Services has to pay back $113 million, and the state needs to account for additional costs moving forward.
An incorrect billing code input by the Department of Human Services nearly a decade ago has resulted in DHS improperly billing the federal government $113 million for reimbursements,
which largely pays for substance use disorder services.
The money went to 7 tribal substance abuse facilities, which DHS admits they had improperly classified in their system. Temporary DHS Commissioner Shireen Gandhi, in a statement saying in part, "I am proud of our Behavioral Health Administration staff at DHS for detecting a decade-old coding error in our billing system and taking immediate action to diagnose the problem, then fix it." State officials say there was no fraud, no money stolen.
I think it's important to note that the amounts paid to the providers were not incorrect. It's just the split between the state and the federal government.
This is a huge mistake.
But GOP leaders say it's just another example of mismanagement within the embattled department. Commissioner Jody Harpstead resigned earlier this year as DHS faces scrutiny amid criminal investigations for fraud occurring within its programs that rely on Medicaid reimbursements dispersed to providers by DHS. Senator Jordan Rasmussen, the Republican chair of the Senate Human Services Committee, says DHS's mistake will total $150 million, accounting for future payments to the facilities. And he says it could have been avoided.
If the Department of Human Services would have submitted the proper waivers to the federal government, all of these costs could have been covered using federal dollars, avoiding putting the burden on state taxpayers.
Rasmussen and DHS officials agree that they should be able to get those facilities under the waiver sometime in the future to make them eligible for federal funds. The unexpected cost to pay back the federal government leads to a spending increase of 62% in the state's behavioral health fund in this next fiscal year.
And there's nothing they can do to say, oh, sorry, federal government, here's the waiver after the fact, so we don't have to pay that back?
No, those were due in 2019, so we're past that point already. It's just paying back now, and this money has to come out of the state's general fund and move forward from here.
It's a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lou.